Okay, this is how to replace a gas valve on a GE model JS760SEL2SS stainless steel range. Needs to go on to first thing you need to do, pop all of the knobs off the stove and then undo these 3 screws on all of these. Then you need to undo, that's a Phillips head. Then you need to take a number 15 Torx and do 1, 2, 3, 4. Then this whole thing opens like so. I recommend that you turn off the gas and the electricity before you get started. This slides out and down. Don't need to disconnect any of that. This is the valve itself. There's a screw on the front. You need to undo that screw. And then you need to pull this out. And it has 2 plastic catches right here and right here that catch onto these little pieces of metal. Okay, so now I'm going to install the new piece. All right. Okay. So this piece is going to go back into the manifold, and these 2 are going to go in there. Okay, you see how it snapped into place here and it snapped into place there, there and there. And then you get this O-ring right here. Needs to go onto that there. Can you see in there? And then it goes back into the manifold, just like so. Now with a 1/4 inch crescent wrench, you're going to screw this back in. So there's an O-ring on both sides of this. This is the gas manifold for each burner. Pop this rubber thing back over. Now I've got it plugged in right now, but the gas is off. I want to make sure that it sparks. Okay, this is a 13 metric for the reconnecting the gas manifold that goes from the manifold to the burner. Just careful you don't cross thread the nut. So it should go on, and then it just needs a little turn. Not much. You don't want to over torque these things. That should be good. Okay. This piece goes on next. Just tuck that in there. Like that. Then we're going to connect that piece here. These are the support brackets. Are you recording? The support brackets with a 1/4 inch hex driver. This is the old valve, and I'll take that apart later and I'll show you the insides and what broke on it. I'm making this video because I couldn't find anywhere online where it told you how to get this front face off and expose the gas manifolds here. So that's why I made this video. Is you have this lip here, these lips that slide into this bottom piece. Like so. So if you look here, so once you got all these in, you see how this is gonna go flush right here. Sometimes it needs a little bit of help. It's got to go underneath this and into there, like so. Make sense? And then you have your T15 . So you want to take those first two screws here are to that support bracket on the inside. So those are the two most important screws. Sometimes you have to pull up a little bit. And then I'll turn the gas on, plug the power back in, which it already is. Put our knob on. There's a flat end. Goes like that. Voila! And then we're done. Push the stove back and make sure the gas is on, nothing's crimped. Put the burners back on, and we're done. Okay, so this is the broken valve. I just want to show you what it's like when you take it apart and how the insides work. You got to undo these two screws. And you might need a smaller screwdriver than the type I'm using here. I've already taken this apart before. This part costs about 26, 28 bucks. It's better than buying a whole new range when you can just fix it yourself. So there's a spring inside here. So you get those out. So this is the downward thing. Pressure that's required to start the spark and open the valve. Okay, inside here you have this spring. Careful, it'll go flying on you. And you have a notch right here. There's supposed to be a piece of metal that sticks straight up from that fits into that notch. That's how it allows you to turn this either way. Does that make sense? But it bent and broke. It got all corroded inside there, and it broke. Okay, pause. So I had to get a pair of needle nose pliers here, but I want to show you what the inside of this looks like. So basically, it's just a tapered metal piece that fits into a tapered valve. It just slides right in there. And then you can see this opening allows gas to pass through. That piece right there, that little needle hole, passes right through. So gas comes in, comes out, and opens. And as this rotates, it opens up the valve, between the manifold. The gas comes in here and goes out and down and to the burner. So if you have one of these that gets failed and stuck in the open position like mine was, you need to rotate this so that it's fully seated and closed. And you want to make sure it's pushed all the way in. I had to pull this out twice because it wasn't all the way seated, closed, in the closed position. And then I had to put the whole thing back and attach the whole thing back to my stove and then wait 10 days for the part to arrive. But better than buying a whole new stove. So it's proof positive that even in a new stove that you can fix it yourself if you know what you're doing. Just be careful, turn off the gas, turn off the electricity. That's it.